All right, so find the inverse of this 3 by 3 matrix. How are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Well, let me show you what the notes say. Here's what the notes say. For a 3 by 3, it's very messy to do by hand. I'm not even going to show it. It's just messy, messy business to do by hand. Instead, use technology, graphing calculator like the TI-84 or a Casio or geogebra.org. Use technology to do the inverse of a 3 by 3. Does that make sense? We're not going to do it by hand. So let's go back here and let's do this one by technology. So I'm going to take this matrix now and I'm going to put it in. I'll show you on the TI and I'll show you on GeoGebra how to do this one, and then we'll get the inverse. All right, let's do it. So first, the TI. So here's the TI calculator. You turn it on. All right, here we go. So first you got to go second matrix. You got to go into the matrix menu by hitting second matrix, which is just above the X to the -1 key. Go over to edit. You want to edit matrix A, hit enter. So you're going to put in matrix A. What's the size for stuff? 3, enter, 3, enter, 3 by 3 matrix. Put in matrix A, -8, enter. Make sure you use the negative button, not the subtraction. Subtraction is only when you have two numbers you're going between. Negative is when you're on one number. -5, enter. 13, enter. -3, enter. -2, enter. 5, enter. 0, enter. 0, enter. 1, enter. Okay, there's the whole matrix. Every time I hit enter, it was saving it, saving it, saving it. It's got it all saved. Every time you hit enter, it saves the whole thing. So it's all saved. So I'm just going to go second, quit. It's like saving a document on your computer. It's saved in the calculator. Now I'm going to call it forth. Second matrix, go back into the matrix menu a second time. But this time, instead of going over to edit, stay on names and name A. It's like a magic spell. You're calling forth matrix A to the main screen. Hit enter, name A. Come forth, A. Boom, there it is. And now I'm going to hit the inverse button. There it is, X to the -1, and then just hit enter. There it is. There's the inverse of the matrix on the TI-84. That's it. Now the Casio is actually even easier. I'm not going to show how to do it on the Casio right now. I don't have a Casio demonstration thing, but Casios are super good too, even a little easier. I actually like the Casios a little better. All right, anyway, enough with that. Let me show you on GeoGebra. So going over to GeoGebra. Let me go back here and delete some of this stuff. And I'll go, okay, I'm going to start. I'll go matrix A equals bracket. I mean, curly brackets, what I meant to say. You used to use curly brackets for matrices in GeoGebra. -8, -5, and then a curly bracket for each row. So there's the first row, comma, here comes the second row. -3, -2, 5, -3, -2, 5, and comma, the third row, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. All right, see how I've entered it? Curly bracket for each row with commas between the entries, top row, second row, third row with curly brackets outside of the whole thing. Do I have curly brackets? Yeah, I do. Enter. Yep, there it is. And I called it A. I went A equals. And now on the next line, you just go A, or I'm just going to go A, shift to the power, shift 6, shift up arrow, -1, enter. And there it is, same answer we got. There is the inverse of the matrix. Just like that. So we just do it with technology. Nobody really does these by hand anymore. I'm not going to make you do it by hand on the test. Don't. I'll give you certain ways. You don't have to own a TI-84. Don't worry, you don't have to run out and buy a TI-84. Don't worry about it. Not required, not required. If you have one, great, but don't worry about it if you don't. So I'll get back to my main screen. And there it is.